Hi, I'm Bowling Otter.
And I'm Lizzie Sandwich.
And welcome to
the BS on the Internet.
Well, it's been another one of those weeks.
Wowee!
Wowee weeks.
Yes, it has.
It's been a wowee week.
It's been kind of like a stressful week.
Yeah.
Just been one of those kind of like heavy-ish weeks.
A little bit of heavy week.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's one of those weeks, let me tell ya.
So let's get started. Okay, this isn't this week, but it's coming up really soon. And by the time you guys watch this, it'll be tomorrow.
Yes, that's right.
And I'm psyched E3 is about to happen, which is, I don't know.
It's like Christmas.
I can't help but get psyched about this every year, every freaking year. I can't
Oh.
help it. I know it's like always a lot of stuff that like doesn't happen, and it's like
just gonna
it's
say
presented in a way that's for investors. It's not for the public.
Yes.
So we're always expecting something and not getting it, but it's not for us.
Right, I know.
But I still get excited because this is always when they announce the new stuff.
Right.
You know.
It's always exciting when you're watching it in
Yeah.
that moment. It's amazing. And then just realizing that you're not going to see it for, maybe a couple years or something.
Yeah.
It's like what you're going to get for Christmas 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Or it's kind of like, it kind of doesn't feel like a success, really. It's almost, it almost kind of like peters out into like a frustration.
Yeah, sometimes.
Where you're
sometimes.
kind of like,
when
I gotta
things
wait
don't
that
turn out the
long.
way that they were expected to, that certainly happens.
Yeah.
But there's like, but there's some stuff like Bethesda is really popular for not pulling that.
Yes,
and they
I
announce
was just
stuff
thinking
when it's
that, yeah.
about to come out.
They
Like they
do,
announce stuff
which
that will
I
come out the
love.
same year.
Yes,
And people
I
are
love
talking
that.
about this Fallout 76 is going to be something we're going to find out
Right.
about.
Yeah.
I haven't been keeping up too crazy with the rumors, but
I try to not get
yeah,
into that.
I used to. When I was
You did.
when I was Games Press, I had to.
That's true,
But
yeah.
like, I just don't really. I don't know. I just kind of wait to see the presentations now. I try not to watch them with too much other commentary, to be honest. Usually because everyone gets so freaking cynical and snarky. It's
Yes, they
ridiculous.
do, don't
and I
they?
used to do it too. And after a while, I was like, you know what? I'm allowed to think this is cool.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
allowed to have fun with this. So after everybody else,
Yeah.
I can be excited. You guys can be all bummed out about it. But I don't know. I'm excited about it anyway, and I can't wait to see what's going to be happening. And you should put in the comments what you're most excited about, what you most think is going to be there. What do you think is going to be the big deal?
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself since The Last Guardian has come out.
Yes.
It's been a while now.
Yes.
But that's an exact situation where they would say The Last Guardian, haha, and then it would be like, in 8 years or whatever it was. And you're like, really? Is it just like a dude thinking about it in, his apartment or something?
That's also another good
You know?
example of something that like happens with me a lot with E3, I think, where they'll show the latest and greatest technology and it'll look amazing. It'll be like, I've never seen anything like this before. When this game
Yeah.
comes out, it's going to blow everything out of the water. And then like 3 years later when the game comes out, you're like, oh, well, everything else is already caught up to this and everything looks like that now.
Watch Dogs.
And yeah, and you don't get that big like
Watch
wow
Dogs.
feeling about what it looks like anymore.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Oh my
Last Guardian
gosh.
it happened with, it was
Yep.
one of those games. You saw E3, you were like, oh,
Yeah.
and then when it finally came out, it's like, oh, it's beautiful. But
Yeah.
it's not as jaw-droppingly so far beyond everything anymore.
That we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I
So you always
remember-
got to check expectations.
Right.
And stuff.
And I remember Watch Dogs really being that. Watch Dogs blew my mind.
Yeah.
When they showed that at E3.
Yeah.
and
Well, that's a
everything. And then it
classic
took a while
example at this
to,
point.
yeah.
A total disappointment from E3.
You know what,
Because they also
though?
dumbed it down. It didn't even look, because even the game that came out as good as it looked, didn't look like the first demo.
Yeah.
And I think that the companies are starting to get a little bit more wary of that, because
Yeah.
that was
Well, rightly
catastrophic.
So. You learn
kind of,
from it.
You know?
You learn from
Yeah.
it. No, to not do that.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Because it was really, and especially now, I sound like such an old person, but especially now with social media and everybody just kind of like talks to each other and nips at each other and like, what about this? What about this? And everybody starts talking to each other about it until the whole thing is picked apart. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And then you're kind of stuck in this crazy situation. But you know what I like about E3
What?
is when they introduce new hardware.
Oh, yeah, it's really
Which
exciting.
I don't, as any happening, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
We're right in the
Any
heart of
kind
the console
add on,
cycles
any
right now.
kind of like fun little camera or like
Yeah, this is
glove
gonna
or something.
gotta be a software-heavy E3.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
because we already have a PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
We have the
yeah.
Xbox One X.
Right,
Those are out now. They were the big ones before, and the Switch. And like all of these systems are still right in the heart of this console cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be. Maybe we'll start hearing. Well, you started hearing grumblings of
Yeah,
PS5.
yeah, sure.
But they've already said but it's like at least 3 years out.
Yeah, yeah.
Which sounds about right.
That's fine.
Because I think in another year, like a year after this one, or perhaps the year after that one, I think we're going to start seeing grumblings
Start hearing about
of
it.
them. But I think we're a good 3 years away from an actual new console
Mm-hmm.
cycle. I don't know. I just don't. It doesn't seem appropriate at all right now because
No, not
the
at
console,
all.
the stuff coming out, is not asking for more power at this point.
Yeah,
It looks amazing
that's true.
still.
That's true.
And this is the first time we've seen an iterative console cycle too, where they added a PS4 Pro,
Right,
Xbox
right.
One X. They've actually done upgrades to the existing
Improved it.
consoles instead of just jumping to new ones, and it's kind of seems to be working.
Yeah, yeah.
It's extending the console cycle's life, and I like what's happening with it because now, like, by the time we get to the end of this console cycle, the games are going to be like all the developers. I feel like at that point are going to be so accustomed to working with the hardware, they'll probably be squeezing every drop they can get out of it. So where we really will be ready for new hardware, and then I'll be interested. Right now, I'm not even, like you said. It's probably the most exciting thing about E3 is the new hardware.
I love the hardware,
but
yeah.
like, I guess I'm just not
I don't
ready
think
for
there's
it
anything.
yet.
No, I don't think anybody.
I
does.
actually
Nor
would
do I
legit
think,
be bummed if they did it. I'd be
Yeah.
like, what the hell,
Why
man? You
now?
just gave us these other systems.
Yeah.
What the
yeah.
heck?
I just like it. I just like watching.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's
You
so
know what I
exciting.
mean? It's like,
It's so
oh,
exciting.
a Vita.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, the Vita was
You know?
awesome.
Oh my
I loved
gosh.
the Vita.
Yeah, the demonstrations are always so great. But then also something that I'm really looking forward to about E3 are, one, we're going to get a lot of memes.
Yeah.
And two, are they going to have those really awkward musical performances?
Oh, I hope not.
That like, and they
always just try to
inevitably for
mash
Just
some-
Dance,
Yeah.
Dance, and they have them come out, and it's
Yeah.
always so awkward, and everybody's like, "Get up, get on your feet," and it's
Yeah.
just all like,
But the thing is, we got to
you know.
remember, and I keep forgetting this. Okay, we got to remember this is a conference.
it is. It's a conference.
It's a corporate.
Which is why
conference.
you shouldn't be asking everybody to,
But
wave
these
the
things
hands
are
in
like,
the air.
But these things are famously at huge corporate conferences
Yeah, yeah.
that have nothing to do with games. They could be like an internet company
Yeah.
or like some technology company, and they'll have some crazy band show up or like a spic to get everybody
Yeah,
all riled up,
they
you know?
will.
Like remember
They're
like
just like-
Microsoft dude? What was his name? It was like, "Bah!"
Oh,
no wait,
that's right.
that wasn't the it was yeah.
Was it Microsoft?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't
Microsoft had
remember,
the dude
but I
running
know
back
what
and
you're
forth,
talking
like
about.
just like you getting all sweaty, freaking out the
Yeah.
whole time.
I
You know,
think John
like
Oliver did
and then
a,
like
segment
let's
on him, I
go
think.
and jumping like
Yeah.
And now he's a meme.
that
Was
crap.
way before we were doing this,
Oh,
and it was
I hate
like.
that stuff.
And so like that stuff happens all the time at corporate
Oh, it
conferences.
does.
So
Yeah, yeah.
this is just another corporate conference. At the end of the day, it has video games as subject,
no, your
but it really
audience-
is just the same stuffy
No,
kind of
your
thing, the same
audience.
stuffy dudes.
Yeah.
But the audience is investors.
That's true. But they,
You
but do
know?
they want to get up and dance?
I don't know.
With whoever.
And that's part of the schmoozing.
Yeah.
It's so much schmoozing for
I know.
investors, you know.
Who was that?
So that
Usher?
stuff sucks.
Who was
It
that a
might have
couple
been
years ago? Usher
or
Jason
Usher.
Derulo?
Usher did Dance Central, I
or
think.
something like that? Dance
Yeah.
Central.
I think that was for Ubisoft,
Oh
not
my
Dance
gosh.
Central. Ubisoft did Dance. What's the other
know.
dancing game? The one
Just
you
Dance?
like? Just Dance.
Just
Yeah.
Dance. I do like
Yeah.
Dance Central though.
Dance Central was harmonics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an A
it
plus
was
on
Harmonix.
on Funky Town.
Hey.
I had a good Funky Town. Yeah. All right. Anyway, who are you excited to see?
Yes.
What are you looking forward to? And
Yes.
also, how would you like us to cover it? We want to
Yeah.
make a video somehow. Should we stream some of the conference? If we did that, we would be kind of stuck.
There's only like a
to
couple
the
conferences we'd be
evening.
able to stream.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we'd be in either baby napper evening
yeah,
and anything
we
else is a
could-
no-go.
We could rewatch them on the stream if
We
we wanted
could,
to.
but it's the life.
So
It's
we're weighing it.
fresh.
We're open.
Yeah.
We're open. Actually, maybe a YouTube video probably would be best.
Probably.
But I don't know. I mean, we're open. So if
Yeah.
you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments.
Let us know.
Okay, so this week, I'm sure you guys heard about this. Kelly Marie Tran, who played Rose in The Force Awakens, she was Finn's partner in the movie, just left social media and deleted her Instagram because she was being harassed so badly by just trolls talking about her race and her body type and her role in the movie and all of this kind of stuff. And it got so bad that she just deleted everything. And it's like, there's a question coming about regarding the Star Wars fandom period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's attracting some, fringe alt-right, some people in some situations, and, they're complaining about, Star Wars becoming too inclusive because it did used to be, not so racially diverse as it is now.
Yeah, Billy
And
D.
now-
Williams, and then
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
kind
Billy
of
D.
it,
Williams.
you know?
That's right. And that's about it. But it's kind of now, I think Disney especially is putting is trying to make everything a lot more diverse.
Yeah.
Which I like, and I think is more reflective of, America, even though this is,
It's not. Yeah. Well, I
this
think it's
isn't
more reflective
America.
of just like
the world and what we live amongst nowadays.
Universes, multiple worlds.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's gonna, it's just
Yeah,
kind of
they're
like
not all gonna be like
from all different
white
places.
man,
so
white man, white
yeah.
man, white man
Yeah.
on every planet.
I mean,
you
like
know?
that is a whole, that's a media thing in general. But
Yeah, of
the
course.
the Star Wars fan base seems to have really latched on to this thing in a strange way.
I know.
Honestly,
Isn't it
really,
strange?
I didn't see this coming.
Neither did
maybe I'm
I.
naive, but like when I heard that, like she was, because usually Star Wars is the kind of thing where you can get away with anything.
Right.
If it's, as long as it's not Jar Jar Binks, you're cool.
Well, you know what?
But
Yeah.
like everybody else is like whatever they give you, that Star Wars people just want to eagerly accept.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's Star Wars, just give me more.
Right,
I didn't
right.
expect them to be like, I don't want that kind of Star Wars, unless it was Jar Jar Binks again. But
Well, you know what though? I'm wondering if, I think it does have to do with race and gender as well. But I feel like when you have a franchise that is older and it's rebooted, or if somebody is referencing any movie that I'd say is more than 30 years old, 25, 30 years old,
Yeah.
you're going to get the purists who, how many remakes are they doing now? And just the fact that there's remakes or people, shows being rebooted,
Yeah.
people are just angry at that.
Yes.
That things are being rebooted
Yes.
and redone and reworked.
yeah, they take it
to fit.
personally. They take it as a
There's
personal
these
affront.
Purists,
Yeah.
it's almost like messing with their childhood.
Like you're messing with my thing. It's like it doesn't belong to you. It never belonged to you.
Right,
It was
right.
the person who created it.
Yeah.
And you took it a certain way, and they can do whatever the heck they want to do with
Right.
it. You don't have to like it.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of like it was not yours.
Well, it's almost I would imagine
steer.
like I would almost imagine it's like an attack on your identity or your childhood or how you grew up.
Some people do identify
Because,
with this stuff.
Yeah, because I heard for example, Star Trek. We're gonna say I know this is sacrilegious to bring up Star Trek in a Star Wars conversation. I'm very
Yes.
sorry, but I was reading something or watching something a little while ago that said Picard in Star Trek was a father figure to many boys growing up who didn't have a father.
Yeah.
And because
Yeah,
of that, they
one
were
of the best characters of television ever.
Yeah. Oh,
Picard,
for sure. And some people really feel a strong connection with Patrick Stewart, almost like he raised them.
Yeah, so
And
if they
he
like
taught them
screwed with
morals.
Picard's character
Yes.
later.
Yeah. And you feel like you were almost, you got
Yeah.
your moral compass
Yeah.
from
I
Picard.
can see you being upset about
I can see
it,
but not. But when having that thought when it comes to like race.
Well, having
or
that
something
thought
like
at
that,
all,
I'm
no matter
like-
what it comes to, I feel like the
Yeah.
problem still is, like, no matter what you think of a race issue or like a body type issue or like even a character issue, no matter what you think about that stuff, it's never, ever
Yeah.
okay to all of a sudden turn that into harassment
Right,
in
right,
any
right.
situation.
Oh,
like,
gosh.
come on, man.
know, I
Like,
know.
that just gets to the
She's a
point where
human
it's just like you're just
being.
being straight childish now.
Yeah.
You can have whatever opinion you want, man.
but why do you gotta
But like
harass her?
going and like attacking people, it's like, no, you just have to
I know.
just sit down,
I am so
find a way to be okay.
Yeah.
Just
like
you
I
know.
am so curious to, because nobody will fess up to it. Everybody is always talking about trolls and online bullying, and they are all there, complete. But nobody is. It's almost like nobody wants to admit that they're one. Or everybody will say that they're a victim of one. Everybody has been victimized.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
it's mostly
on
like
social
these
media
like
or something.
alternative accounts. It's everybody's
Yeah,
side
it's got a
account that
little
doesn't have an
egg,
identity. It's always
you know what I mean?
anonymous. You
Yeah,
know,
that's true.
and like or just it's always an egg.
You know, the
account.
egg, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, with like 4 followers or something
Yeah,
like that.
so it does kind of seem like if you're not ready to own that kind
Yeah,
of thing,
yeah.
then like you're not ready to act on it either.
Yeah,
you know.
I
So
know.
I guess, but this is just the troll psychology, which is something that will be studied.
I was just going to
for
say
a
that. I
really long time.
would
I
like
mean,
that but then somebody has to admit that they're an online troll.
well, people will later.
Yeah,
people
yeah.
will. There's gonna be people that are going to grow up and be like, "I was one."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you can ask me anything you want to know, and I'll tell you what I was thinking and where I
Yeah.
was coming from. There's gonna be a lot of people over generations that are gonna start
Yeah.
doing that.
Right.
But it's gonna be a long time before we
I
really
think so.
get to understand.
I
them.
mean, I've seen things and read things where people who are like reformed trolls
Yeah.
have
There are
come
gonna be
out
more
and
and more of
everything.
those.
And it's always that they're coming from a place of hurt.
Yes.
Or jealousy.
Yes.
Or something like that. Like it's attacking their identity or
Yeah.
something like that. They have some kind of personal vendetta or
Yeah.
something like that they're just taking out on you, or some kind of anger. They feel bad about
It's
themselves.
ultimately got to be self-destructive.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, definitely.
You're not healing from whatever it is that's
Yeah.
hurting you. You're definitely not healing.
But the fact that she deleted her social media, getting back to all this, is I'm proud of her for just saying I don't need it in my life.
Yeah.
Rather than
Screw
going and checking it, because the temptation to go and check is great.
I
It's
think
a
that
great,
social media,
temptation.
it's an interesting place right now, because as imperative as it seems to be right now for just existing in the world, it's almost getting to like this boiling point where it's maybe not so important. Like where like it's totally okay, I think, at this point to just like say you'd want to dump it. It's fine, because the stuff that really is going to be huge, important issues, you're not going to get like. You're not going to miss it anyway. You're still going to find out about it. Like if you really wanted to completely disconnect and live in a hole, it would take some serious effort. So if you just decided to passively not engage in social media, but like not ignore what you're hearing about, you'll still come across this stuff. You're not going to be disconnected. You just don't have to be a part of this freaking crazy noise, or in this case, put yourself out there just for straight harassment. I mean, it must have been to the point where her social media accounts only existed as a vessel for harassment. There's no other point to using them at all. So I can see it just be like, well, never mind then.
Right.
And I think that's fine. I think that like it has to be a situation for more and more people to be okay with. I think.
That's
just be like, it's okay just to say no. I have a couple friends who never jumped on the social media train.
Oh, I bet
never
they
really
have,
got
like
it.
the most peace of mind, like out on a lake.
It's like, they seem fine. You know what? And they also know what's going on in the world. They do.
Oh,
you know?
I use it for news.
Yeah, you don't have to though. If there's plenty of other ways to do it.
Yeah, oh, totally.
So like you don't if you get rid of social media, you don't have to, doesn't mean you're disconnected.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this is an example. Just somebody that's like, you'll probably be okay.
Yeah, and I'm very curious to hear what you guys think, because everybody, if you're watching this, you're in the online world and you're familiar with all of this. So I'm curious to see if do you think it's about race, gender, just people having franchise loyalists? What do you think?
Yeah.
Because I'm really curious to see.
Yeah, is it just purism?
Yeah, it could just be purists.
Yeah.
That just don't want their
purism a word?
their thing. Yeah.
Okay.
If not, you just made it one.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, moving on. I just saw this morning that the makers of Life is Strange are releasing a new game called Twin Mirror.
Okay.
So now look at this. It says, you guide Sam, an investigative journalist, coming back to his hometown of Basswood, West Virginia, to bury a friend, but he wakes up in his hotel room to a bloody shirt and lost memory the night before.
An amnesia story.
He must piece together the facts both in this world and in his mind to figure out what's really going on. I have to burp.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't listen.
When I see stuff like that, I immediately kind of think like that sounds like it's going to be like a generic setup.
Yeah.
How many other stories have been like this? But it does make a really good setup for a video game. That like
of
they
course,
get
big
like
mystery.
full control over the way they can divvy out what you're gonna get. So that if it's a good story, that could be really, really cool.
Yeah.
I'm
see what this says.
I'm a little like,
I know.
am I psyched?
I know.
Or am I not psyched? Because I had such a love-hate relationship with Life is Strange.
It is love-hate, isn't it?
Because the big moments
it
of Life
really
is
is.
Strange were like, boom.
Oh my gosh.
But
yeah,
everything
for
in
sure.
between was like, oh God. Like
had
there were
lot of
times where like,
God,
am I really
love
okay with this at all?
art. Yeah.
So I am like, I'm worried. Because like, but the big moments were totally worth it. At the end of the day, I'm really glad I played it.
But you
so
know
maybe
what?
I would be glad I played this too.
Max, in general, was a hipster.
Yeah.
So maybe this won't be a hipster. Maybe part of that
Was that it was the
hokiness.
hipster thing?
Maybe, or just like what somebody else thinks a hipster is. Do you know what I mean? So just like this really hokey, paint by numbers version of a hipster.
Yeah.
Maybe, but who knows? Maybe this is going to be a paint by numbers investigative journalist from West Virginia.
That's the
I
thing.
don't know.
It could be. That's the thing I'm getting
But-
right away. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
Here's an investigative journalist, bloody shirt, doesn't know what happened.
Right.
Okay.
It could
All
be
right.
cool.
There's
It could
a
be
million things
cool.
that have started like this, but
we're-
some of them have been really good. So
Yeah.
maybe this is one of those.
I don't know. I'm curious to see what this is. Do
I'm
you
cautious.
mind? Let's see.
Ooh,
Let's take a
okay, a little
look.
teaser.
Yeah. Rating pending.
My bed don't weigh the same.
This is it.
Sounds a little bit like Eddie
This
Vedder.
is where it all ended.
Are we deaf?
Are you turned
I
mine
wonder
all the
how
way
much
down?
things have
Oh my God.
Take my clothes and wash my name.
There we go.
It's
Now I
only
can
been a
hear.
year.
Sam, I'm not trying to hurt you.
It feels like a lifetime.
Does the wheel go down past
I wish I'd come back under better circumstances.
Kind of looks like Life is Strange.
What are you doing back in Basswood, Sam?
Basswood, there it is. Sam.
Max. Sam and Max.
Hello?
My head.
Uh-oh.
What happened last night?
You killed somebody, man.
All that blood. And that's definitely my shirt from last night. What is this?
I felt around for something.
Did I black out or what?
There's a lady staying.
I have to figure out what happened.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, wake up. Focus. Remember.
This.
Sounded like an Eddie
You know what
Vedder
that kind
type
of looked like to
person.
be?
What?
Kind of looked like a David Cage game.
Oh, boy. Really? You think so?
But I've heard that
Detroit Become Human
it's freaking cool.
is good. I know. And we're trying.
And I know
we
we really
see your
wanna
messages.
play.
We
I know
are,
you guys
guys,
were
we're
asking to play it a
trying.
lot, but,
I know, we are.
we're
were talking
trying,
about it.
guys.
We are.
We're trying to fit
If
that in. I would
anything,
love to
we'll-
play it.
We'll probably stream it, but we're working on it. We're trying to figure out how to make it fit. We
But it
do
looked
see
like
you, we
an
do
old
hear you.
David
Thank you.
David Cage game that looked like Fahrenheit or Indigo
Fahrenheit.
Prophecy,
Yeah,
whichever
yeah,
one
yeah.
you want, the two different names for it. It looked like that to me a little bit.
I can see that.
Um,
I can see that. Yeah.
But like I don't know. It looked like a cool, like an interesting setup. Maybe it's
Yeah.
really cool. I am totally. I feel I have to be very cautious about this because there's so much about that. I'm like, this is the kind of thing I'd probably just be like grown
Really?
through. And I hope not. I hope
Maybe?
not.
I don't know.
I hope I'm wrong about that. I don't want to go in so pessimistic.
You know what? Especially, it's so hard because storytelling is so good in games now.
Yeah, it really is.
That even like the slightest sniff of hokery. See, that's a word.
Hokery.
I just make a hokery.
Hokery.
Of it being hokey or anything like that.
Is that a stripper name?
People really hokery. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, okay, thank you.
But it's if you sniff that,
Mm-hmm.
it could kind of, people will, make memes about it and
Yeah,
things like
and I'm
that.
probably just being too critical.
Some people love this. Some people
know.
love
I
and
know.
defend the narrative in Life is Strange,
Oh,
which
totally.
really was just our problem. Like some of like these monologues and some
Yeah.
of the dialogue was just really like,
Yeah, that's right. It's just the stuff in between.
Yeah, the story was
Yeah.
amazing.
I
and
really
all
enjoyed
that
it.
stuff.
At the
Yeah,
end of the day, I
story was
enjoyed
great.
it. At
Yes.
the end, I certainly enjoyed it.
Yeah, for sure. I really did like it. I look back on it fondly. I really do. But then my second thought is, oh my god, that dialogue.
I do look back on it
You
fondly,
know what I mean?
though,
You go like,
ultimately, yeah. So-
but yeah, I'm excited. What do you guys think? Okay, it's time for the subreddit of the week, and it has some profanity. It is
Black magic effery.
effery. So I just found this subreddit the other day, and I was looking at it for a while, and it's when you just see something really weird, like remember devil sticks?
Oh
and
god,
stuff?
devil
like
sticks.
all those weird, like it
Devil
kind of
sticks. I
reminds
couldn't
me
do
a little
those.
bit. No, and they were always on the boardwalk.
I could only just go.
Yeah, do you know what we're talking about? It's like two sticks, and then you've got another stick that you kind of balance between both of them.
Those did not really. They didn't stick around.
No, they
They're
didn't.
gone.
Yeah.
No one does
But
devil
there's
sticks anymore.
always like, do you ever like go to a mall or something and there's somebody playing with some toy that
Yeah.
they're trying to sell?
Yeah.
Or you just come across something that's really like, how did you do that? You
Yeah.
know, not necessarily a magic trick, but just like, wow, that's
a
crazy.
crazy skill, crazy weird
Yes,
skill.
you
skill.
got it. You
Yeah.
got it. So that's what this is. So I went to the top of all time.
Okay.
And like, look at this, Wizards of the So, right? All right. Now look. Yo.
What?
Look, you make like a scene. Like, there is some crazy stuff in sewing. I'd really like to learn how to sew. Look at that!
What the heck?
Look at that!
You
Is
can't
that not
even
insane?
tell.
I was thinking, what situation would I ever use this in? And jeans. I've had that happen to jeans before.
Wow.
Is that not so weird?
That's super impressive.
I know. Oh, you need a refill, girlfriend. Look at that. Wow. Just saying. That's wow. No, wait, look at this. Oh, this is what I was looking at. Certified sorcery. Look at this
Okay.
one. I was going through my phone upstairs just to check these gifts. And I went, whoa, can I show you this ahead of time? And you were like, what? And I said, no, I want to save it. Look
Yeah,
at this.
I had no idea what you're talking about. Okay.
Capturing plasma in a syringe.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at that. Is that not crazy? So it looks like a nail, I guess, or it's a syringe, obviously. But why the flat top? Why the coil? Is this a Tesla coil? I'm not familiar.
I was gonna say, what is it? What is it extracting it from?
I don't know. It must just be because because there's like, solid, liquid, gas, and plasma.
Yeah.
So I guess there's just something about this.
Wow.
Yeah. Is this not crazy? Wow,
Also,
that guy has a hairy
I was about
hand.
to say, one of the hairiest hands I've ever
Wow,
seen.
he's got hair that comes all the
It
way
looks
up.
like it's
Let me
trimmed,
see your
even.
hand.
Doesn't that look like it's trimmed?
It does. It looks like he takes like a buzzer to his hands. You don't have very hairy hands.
Well, that's certainly not compared to
No,
that.
you don't. You don't. Wow, that's
Yeah,
really
and now
interesting.
I'm like, I went for the
Isn't that
plasma of the
crazy?
hand.
That's
I
more
don't even
black
know.
magic.
Yes.
Black hand hair. All right, that doesn't look so bad. Oh dear. Great. Oh my God, is it 2 people in there? What the heck? Ah! Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my God! Ah!
What?
Oh my God! That is so weird.
That is so awesome.
She is. She's in the front. She's in his
she's
clothes.
she's in the head. She's in the head.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, how did he put that on his head then?
I don't know. Well,
Look
I want to see the beginning of this thing. Because I feel like she was in the head.
In the hat?
Yeah, in the hat. I feel like she's in the hat. Because he looked like he was acting like it was all heavy when he was putting it down.
But he had the hat on his head.
Yeah, I know.
How'd he do that?
I'm pretty sure because then he sits there
Put
and
it in
she's
the
going to come
comment.
out of the head. That's why he sits on that.
Isn't that?
He's in the head. She's
That's
in the
one
head.
of the worst parts of being an adult, where if you see a magic trick, you start thinking about how they did it, and it ruins like the awe. Of the
Unless
whole
there's something
thing.
that he's putting the hat on. Is it something he's putting the head on?
Or maybe she's coming out of the
Yeah,
floor
it might be a
something.
trap door. Maybe he put the head on the trap door. I
'Cause
don't know.
he
I didn't see
really
a trap door
does
there.
kind of put
I almost
it.
feel like she's in it.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
kind of feel like she's curled up in there.
I
Ah,
don't
that's
know,
crazy.
man. I don't know. Oh, hydraulic press versus playing cards. I love that hydraulic press. I think we've talked about it before.
We did that one on
the
BS on the Internet. I think.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow.
None of them are breaking. They're just all being flipped. None of them broke.
None of them broke?
Or did they all just break
It
in
looks
half?
like they ripped in half. Like
They all
it's
just like
chopping
they're
them all
exactly in half.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, they're precisely in half.
That is
That's crazy.
cool.
And they don't move out from under it because
Oh
of all the
God.
pressure straight down.
That is so, like, who wouldn't want to just play with that and try that thing out like
Yeah,
all day?
it's kind of amazing.
I love that
It's
channel.
kind of amazing.
Oh my gosh, so cool. All right, happy holidays. Yes, my dad's in the picture, even though it looks like he's part of the painting.
Oh, he's actually in the picture.
Oh my gosh! Look at that! Well, where's the? Oh, here he is. Oh, so we just had like a straight.
Yeah, he has a striped shirt, and it
Wow.
blended perfectly with the picture. That
That's
is crazy.
Pretty great. Oh
That's
my gosh,
fantastic.
that's a Christmas card. That's your Christmas card right there, Mank.
There you go.
Look at that, and be like, "Hey, Dad's in a painting, yeah!" Awesome.
And lastly, we have the new trailer for Halloween that just came out.
Just came out, and I see Jamie Lee
That's a
Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm
Who
pretty
is
psyched
so
about this.
Badass.
I haven't seen all the Halloween movies.
Fun.
But,
really? I
yeah.
stopped for
There's
a while.
a lot of them.
I stopped after Halloween H2O.
Really?
I stopped after that one.
I didn't see Halloween H2O. I did see the Rob Zombie redo, and I thought it was pretty freaking crazy.
Oh, I
but I
bet.
know that like,
bet, yeah.
I'm pretty sure like everyone hated it. Like fans of the of
Really?
the franchise, I think hated it because it was like
Talking
a redo.
about franchise,
You know, yeah,
purists.
exactly. They
Yeah, for
didn't
sure.
come out very well, but like
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of the franchise, so I thought it was very cool,
Wow.
and really scary. But now that I see that Jamie Lee Curtis is back, this is clearly snapping right back to, oh no, we're in the same arc that we were in before.
Yeah.
So although the Rob Zombie one was like an origin story.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fun BS fact that Halloween was made about 15 minutes away from here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My goodness.
Yeah, so it was right up near my high school, and it was like a big like, oh, this is where this happened, and that's where they ran and all this stuff and through these trees, and it's cool to kind of watch the movie and kind of say like that it's right up the street from you. But all right, you ready to take a look at this, John?
Here we go.
Look at A Star Is Born down there. That's interesting. Not really a good one to watch though for this, I don't think. They made it real chick flicky. Anyway, all right, let's see what's up.
For who?
Oh.
testing 1, 2, 3. We're on.
We're here to investigate a patient that killed 3 innocent teenagers on a Halloween in 1978. He was shot by his own psychiatrist and taken into custody that night, and has spent the last 40 years in captivity. Hello, Michael. I have something you might like to see.
Is it a puppy? What?
Everyone in my family turns into a nutcase this time of year. I mean, your grandmother is Laurie Strode. She was almost murdered.
Wasn't it her brother who murdered all those babysitters?
No, it was not her brother. That's something that people made up.
Do you know that I pray every night that he would escape?
What the hell did you do that for?
So I can kill him.
Oh, they're going Linda Hamilton on this one.
All right. Oh, he's
Going Sarah Connor.
John Carpenter is the executive producer.
The bus
Who's
crashed.
directing this?
What bus crash?
Michael escaped.
Excuse me, somebody's in here.
Hello?
You going that? Oh!
He's waited for this night. He's waited for me. I've waited for him. Get out! Go home! Get inside! You don't believe in the boogeyman? He's here! Michael! You should.
Can you close the closet door?
Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh. It's crazy. I love that when they can do it and you know exactly what's gonna happen and it still scares you, you know? Like he's gonna be in the closet. We're back
Yeah, of
closet.
course.
He's clearly gonna be in there. He's clearly gonna be in there.
that-
Open up and he's in there. It's like
But
we knew that.
timing
Yeah, it's great.
of her
I love when they can pull that off.
3-4 times.
Yeah.
You know, if it was just like her opening up and being
Yeah,
like,
like,
ooh.
ah,
But
yeah.
the fact that they did it 3 or
Yep.
4
You're
times.
just waiting for it. Yeah.
Hey,
Looks
that
cool.
looks good.
And it's interesting they're doing Sarah Connor on Jamie Lee Curtis's character. You
that's
know?
true. That's true. I think it looks good.
Yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay.
You are such a cynic today.
I'm not sure how I'm gonna buy Jamie Lee Curtis
She's
versus Michael Myers.
weathered, man. She's been through it all. She's ready for revenge.
No, sorry, I do not mean to be a cynic. I don't know.
Something about today. It was like a full moon or something.
It's definitely
Maddie's being cynical.
It's definitely these two specific things. I don't know. I don't think this is a day thing.
No, rightly so. I get you.
You know?
I get you.
I don't know.
I liked it. I thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
Teeth.
Yeah, teeth. That was
Teeth.
creepy. That was creepy. That was pretty creepy.
That would freak me out if somebody was just like, teeth.
Well, yeah.
I know. I'd be like,
yeah.
okay.
Definitely would.
Weird.
Definitely would.
I know what I'm gonna do with my handful of teeth. I'm gonna put them over this stall here. It's like, yeah. But I don't know how I feel about the whole like he escaped.
Yeah,
type
and also
storyline.
it was
But
a
we'll
turn
see.
off from the very beginning when like they had to have everybody else there starts going like like it's
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
like they're mentally ill.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you know, that whole thing. But
I know.
that was interesting. I'd never seen that setup before where they were outdoors.
Yeah.
Like
it was
chain,
probably just
You know,
like a
I was like, what is this? Are there places
yeah,
like
like
that?
an activity or maybe. I
Are
don't
there?
know.
Like that's crazy.
Like
I don't
a
know.
criminally insane type.
Because this isn't like an alternate reality setting, you know?
No,
Are
not
there
at
actually
all.
places like that? That's crazy. All right, well, that was this episode of BS on the Internet.
Yes, it was.
So if you want to see anything see more about anything we talked about, links are in the description.
Indeed.
Hey, if you like this video, please support us on Patreon. Click like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, bye.
Bye.